Are we on? Are we live? I hope so. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday night. Yes, you're not looking at my desk yet because you can't. I'm not embarrassed by it, but literally I don't have everything set up. But you know what? I thought this would be kind of fun. I will move things around really quickly, and then I'll have a minute to chat with you. Why haven't I ever done this before? Like, come on, and then do a little chat at the beginning. So anyway, I am very happy to be here. This is Lisa Harden coming to you live from the Stampin' Zoo in beautiful Boise, Idaho. We are expecting some rain tonight, and you know what? That's totally okay. We are okay with that, especially at night. I don't know. It feels like it's less of a hassle, right? Not that I work outside or anything by any means, but let me turn the voice off. There we go. So anyway, while I am shuffling a few things around here, I wanted to remind you of the great starter deal that's going on right now with our beautiful company, Stampin' Up. Thank you, Stampin' Up. We love you. They are giving us an extra $66.50 in color product for just signing up and getting a discount with Stampin' Up. I mean, what? You want to ask them, like, did anybody look at this? Did Sarah and Shelly approve this? Because it kind of seems like a really good deal. But you know what? It is a good deal because that's how Stampin' Up rolls. So I would love for you to join my team if you're in the United States. We are a small but growing team, and I would love for you to be a part of that. Everybody, all personality types, as long as you're somewhat positive, are welcome on my team. I guess I always have to have a caveat, right? If you're not somewhat positive, you'll probably find me really irritating. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. But I would love to have you on my team, and you can see what it's all about simply by going to thestampinzoo.com and hitting the tab that says Join the Zoo Crew. And you can read all about it there. Read all about it, and there's even a link. You don't even have to talk to me if you don't want to, but guess what? You can. Because one of the really cool things about me having a smaller but growing team is that I can be one-on-one. I can take your phone calls right after this, and we'll be chatting just like we were old friends, because really, we are old virtual friends, aren't we? So I really want you to think about that. Again, I would love to have you on my team. I'd love for you to join now so you can say, hey, I was there when it was only a small team. Wouldn't that be fun? So anyway, like I said, I wholeheartedly welcome you. In case you're wondering, yes, I would love to have you on my team. And let's see, I have a couple of fun things going on as well. You may have heard me talking about it nonstop, but I'm really excited about it. I can't help it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Spring Fever Fest, which is going on May 21st and 22nd. This is the last day to sign up for the in-person part of that event. As much as I would like to keep it open forever, you know what? It takes a lot of time to get all the products ready and make everyone feel welcome like I like things to be. Okay, it's a big deal for me to welcome you to a class, and I want to do it right. So I need time, people. So if you would like to come to that event, it is in beautiful Boise, Idaho. It's going to be at the Smoky Mountain Pizza on Park Center. And then the bingo night is Fiesta night, and that will be at my house, which is very close to Smoky Mountain. And so you can eat Italian food during the day, and then you can come over here for a Fiesta night. I will be making enchiladas, etc. So, anyway, we're just going to have fun. And of course, there will be make and takes at the bingo. We'll be using the beautiful, I think it's called Nature's Bounty, but the paper is called Sun Prints. You're going to hear some rustling here, sorry. So anyway, bingo is an event all to itself. if you don't feel like stamping with us, I can't imagine that, but somebody might not be able to. And so then the event is running Friday and Saturday from 11 to 5. And some people have to leave for a little bit and come back. But here's the thing I like about the way I structured it is I have 5 different kits that you can order. And then I'll be there obviously instructing or, you know, making sure you get what you need. And then you'll have a written tutorial, but you work on them at your own speed. If you just want to stay at the event and chat with your friend, that's great because you'll have a written tutorial to take home and you may have some video tutorial. I'm not sure. It depends on if I run this as an online class. So, and that just depends on if any of you are available and wanting to come to the online version. Well, we're going to have one. It's a one-day online Spring Fever Fest. It will be June 4th. Sign-up deadline is May 22nd, so please don't wait until the last minute, again, because I want to make it special for you, right? So that will be, it will start at 10 o'clock with a Zoom. You will get a kit in the mail in advance, and so then you can be in your pajamas or in your favorite outfit getting ready to stamp with us. And so we'll start with a Zoom so everyone can say good morning, and then we will go into Facebook Lives for the tutorial, or no, for the card making. I'll make cards live on the Facebook Live, and we'll have breaks during that and prize patrol and all that fun stuff. And then we'll take a few hours break, and then we will have a bingo that night. I believe it's 6 o'clock. But if you have looked at the event details, you can let me know. Anyway, lots of fun, okay? Lots of fun. That's what I promise you for sure. And the rest is up to you, right? So also, please let me know if you are wanting to know more information about that. You can find the links in this video when it's finished, as well as the last couple of videos I've done at least. So the last couple Thursday nights, and I think there was a Sunday in there. And anyway, just let me know if you're interested in that. So you don't have to live in Boise, believe it or not, to come to a Stampin' Zoo event. All right, let's see here. Where are we? There we go. Wow, you never know. It was... You guys, if something falls, I will totally not be surprised. Yeah, it's looking crazy. I placed the largest order I've ever placed, and it came today, and another one's coming tomorrow. And I mean, it's so fun to me, and it's so, what do I want to say? I just feel so happy and lucky to have all these stampers that are going to come stamp with me. And so anyway, I want you to know that your product is mostly here, okay? If not, I got it under control, okay? And anyway, so I've been working the heck out of the 5 different kits, the 5 different bundles that I'm using for the class, and I'm in love with the products. Everything is a standalone class, and as I designed it, I like the next one better than the last one. So I really think that's good. That's the way it should be, right? Hello, everybody. There is, oh, Kathy Shealy back from the islands, girl. That is a horrible accent. Oh, man, I should be banned. And hello, Andrea. How are you doing? I bothered poor Andrea on FaceTime last week, and she was very nice to answer, and then we chatted. So that was good, wasn't it, Andrea? Hello, Deborah. Very nice to see you. And hi, Susan from Florida. We got some Florida ladies in the house. Jean, you were not the first person to log in. What happened, Jean? Were you napping? You were the 3rd person to comment. But you know what? It looks like you may have been the first person to share. And that is the same as always, isn't it? She does remind me to give you a friendly reminder. That is how you can help the Stampin' Zoo grow. is by sharing this video, by liking, commenting, and conversing with us throughout the night through your posts. Everyone is very friendly here. I make sure of that. No, they're very friendly anyway. And so I'm just glad to have you here. Lisa Patton, you are not watching the replay. You are live, girl. So hello from Iowa. Beautiful Iowa. Yes, I'm the Idaho weather gal. That's right. Roz, I called you earlier today. I was going to chat with you. But then I got hot and heavy with designing this thing. And also, you said the grandkids were sick. So I'll chat with you some other time. But I was like, oh, I need to say hi to Roz. So see, I'm just bothering people all the time on Messenger. I can't help it. Hello, Donna. Donna, I hope you're doing better and are back at your apartment, or at least staying there for long periods of time. Hello from Colorado. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. And here's Nancy from Wisconsin. But you're watching from Tucson. Are you on vacation? That sounds delightful. Especially since you're from Wisconsin and then you went to Tucson. So, yeah, I bet. And there's Anne from right down the road. Thank you for sharing, Anne. Oh my gosh, Anne is going to be one of my wonderful, I was trying to think of something that, there's not even a word that describes it. She's going to be one of my wonderful helpers for the event. And I'm so excited. Yay! Oh gosh, well, it's so nice to have all of you here. Hello, Ethel. Very nice to see you. I don't think I saw you last time. I think you were on replay, but I wanted to say, like, hi, Ethel. Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. It's the Kathy Sanford. Very nice to see you on here, Kathy Sanford. Now, do we have, let's see, do we have Kathy Strang? What? Are the three Kathys breaking up? Hello, Sherry. Hello, my dear. I'm so glad to see you. Yep, the three Kathys are breaking up. Just the two Kathys now. Can you guys go? Are you okay with that? Hot and heavy. Did I say I was hot and heavy? I think I did. I think I was designing. Oh, brother. You guys, speaking of, like, miscommunication, so I rolled up to the Starbucks this morning, and I was talking to one of my favorite baristas. You know, I know all of them. It's shocker. But one of my favorite baristas is Austin. And he was like, hey, what's going on? And I said, because I don't have to give my order. They already know it. So anyway, we just chat. And I said, oh, I'm tired but happy. I went to book club last night. And he said, you hit the clubs last night? I go, yeah, the book club. Oh, the clubs. That I just about fell over. I haven't been to the club so long. I don't even think I know where they are. Oh, God. Oh, that's so funny. I'm hardly appropriate enough to go to book club, for goodness sake. Anyway, yeah, we had a good laugh about that. Because I mean, he couldn't hide his shock. Hello, Debbie. Hey, hey, hey. From Debbie in North Carolina. It's probably very pleasant there right now, isn't it? So we are going to talk about a couple of things. I know we're not going to do an unpacking because there's so many things in there, and there's like, they're all over the house. So we will worry about that after I get done with the euphoria of all of the kits I've been working with already. All of the bundles. Yes, I've been clubbing, book clubbing. I never even thought about that before, or I would have used that joke. Believe me, it's a good one. And Jean, we read the book called Nomadland. I don't know if any of you read that book or saw the movie. The movie had Frances McDormand in it. And I think the movie, and I didn't watch the movie, but I think it was combination documentary and movie, maybe. You guys can tell me. I will tell you, in my humble reader's opinion, I feel like the book could have been better. Also, I listened to it on an audiobook, and I really didn't like the lady. And if you've listened to audiobooks, I know that sounds silly, but it's a thing. The narrator, you know, you kind of like establish some things when you are listening to the narrator, whether you like them or not. So, anyway, the book, though, sparked a very spirited and great discussion. Probably had nothing to do with the fact that we had all had Prosecco and limoncello. That's probably beside the point. But no, it was very, very nice. I mean, it was a very worthwhile book to read, listen to. And, of course, going to a book club and discussing it just enriches the experience, right? That's what you do. So, sorry, this isn't about books, is it? I should do a live just about books. That would be really fun. And thank you for sharing, Julie. I'm so happy to see you on here. Okay, first of all, can we just take a minute? Can we just take a minute? I can open this now. Oh, relief. Actually, this is interesting. I don't know that I'm going to get it. But look at it. Look at this stamp set. It's like the view from a drone, I guess, right? The view from the bird's eye view. And I love this lily pad with the koi. I was trying to think of the name. Lily pad with the koi, and then of course this kayaker and stuff. But this is on page 85 if you need to know. But anyway, it's beautiful. And so, of course, as I told you, I was very, not lucky, but I was very excited to be able to place my order early on, what is it now? Tuesday. Seems like a million days ago. May 2nd, May 3rd. You guys, you're going to have to help me a little bit tonight. Can you tell? So anyway, it seems like it was quite a few days ago, but it was only a couple of days ago. So anyway, it was beautiful. I mean, I'm not just in I'm in love with this annual catalog. And I'm so happy because it's our annual catalog. You guys, we get this stuff for at least a year. This is what we're going to work with tonight. Check it out. Now, I know we have other butterfly stamps. We have other butterfly sets that are just butterflies. And we have other butterfly sets that have butterflies in them. But this, I would say, was the butterfly set I was waiting for, and I didn't even know I was waiting for it. So we do have, and maybe it's retired now, but we have the one that's very realistic and beautiful. And it's the 5 that you stamp all together. And then we have, I don't know, some other one that's semi-realistic. Then we have this one. Looks like it was drawn by a child, and I couldn't be happier. I am in love with the pattern and the just straight up boldness of it. What do you guys think? Give me your honest. Come on. Because I'm curious. Some of you, I feel like, I don't think it's going to be what I'd call polarizing, but I think you're either going to like it or not. And I don't know if people will be like tucked into it. Because it makes a statement, right? It says, hello, we're here, we're not real, and we're cute as heck. So I'm really excited to play with it. This was, as I said, I've been working with 5 specific bundles from the pre-order that if I just had to play with those 5 for a year, I'd be totally happy. But, you know, we don't have to. So I got Butterfly Kisses. I didn't get a ton of new things right now, but you know what? I know it's going to be there for me. Or, God forbid, something goes into not orderable status. It will be back. These are the embellishments. Fun Flowers resin shapes. Look at those. Aren't they cool? And they're kind of, I want you to see, like, they are dimensional, but they're still soft. And, of course, they're self-adhesive. And they are in the colors of the paper here. We've got Calypso Coral, which I love Calypso Coral. And I was looking for an embellishment last week for Calypso Coral, and we only have one, and it's like slightly Calypso Coral. Now, I know I can color things, but I was in a rush. So anyway, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Parakeet Party, yay, Starry Sky, yay, and Fresh Freesia, double yay. So this is speaking to me. Volumes. Lori says it's going to be on her next order. See? Lori, you're a classy lady just like me. You're over the butterflies. Well, see, that's, I'm not, because I was holding off. Now, as you say that, I realize, where did Lisa Lynn put the DSP? Did I bring it back here with me? Lord help me. I hope so. Oh, I have some other fun things to show you. I'm going to show you that. Some merch. You guys want to talk about some merch while I think about where that butterfly paper might be? Oh, I think I found it. Oh my God. Okay, there it is. These are some things I'm going to be giving away for prizes that you, if you can't wait, then you can buy them. They were called file folders. They really look like, I would call them like a big folio. Slight difference, I know, but if you work in an office, like, you know. In any case, they're really pretty, and I think they're only $10. Oh, wow. They're nice. Okay, what? Oh, I didn't realize you got, yep, there's 6 of them. Oh, there's 6 for $10, you guys. And they are, the pattern takeoff is from the Abigail Rose Suite. Are you guys in a hurry tonight? I hope not. I'm not really in a hurry. We are going to play with the butterflies. But I did have this out to show you. Now, I didn't get my cups yet. I am getting my cups. I'm getting 2 cups. And I'm getting 2 cups for myself. And then I am getting 1 to give away. So, okay, so this is the Abigail Rose Suite. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Probably a little too classy for me. I don't know if I can do it justice, but I think I'll try. I definitely am getting this ribbon. It's beautiful. It's, I keep saying beautiful, right? It's beautiful. It's wonderful. But it is. So this ribbon is natural linen, and you can stamp on it. Oh, and there's also a picture over here where they have just taken a blend and colored one strip. Now, doesn't that look cool? That is what sold it for me right there. That's all I needed, was that one little picture. They didn't need to waste all this space. All I needed to see was that ribbon. So let's take a look at these. They're very nice. Ooh, oh my gosh, and they have a little slit. So you could carry this as like a big pocketbook. It would definitely be a talking point. Anyway, they're beautiful, and I'm going to be really happy to give those away. And I guess I'm probably going to give away 2 sets, right? Because I have 6 of them. That's really fun. That's super cool to see the main stamp in this huge image. Look at that. I can't wait to, now I don't think you can color on this, but I can't wait to get that stamp now and color this. Oh, blends. Embossed in black, just like this, and then colored with your blends. Love it. This one's really pretty too. Which one's my favorite? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't say. So I guess, oh, well, this is nice. I kind of like the subtlety of this. They are nice, aren't they? Yes, they're very pretty. We have good merch. It's called branded merchandise. If you are looking for it on the website, it is not in the catalog. But the cool thing is, then you can check back, and I bet they're going to have new merch. And if you want one of those tumblers that I posted it on my page, I think it was earlier today. If you want one of those, girl, you better get it, because I keep watching the inventory list, and it's not on low inventory, but Confucius has a feeling about that. Confucius Lisa has a feeling about that. Those things are going to sell out. So, hello, Leslie. Oh my gosh, the cold Australia. You used an electric blanket? Oh, you know, it's not super hot here or anything, but it was weird because when we got up, it was 60 degrees. You know, it can usually be like 35 or 40, and it was 60 degrees this morning. Just something wacky, you know, like the windstorm blew in, or I think there were clouds. Please explain the difference between the 3 rose stamp sets. Oh my goodness, Susan, is this can I give you an essay or a wash, cottage, and happiness? I think that we will have to just take a look at them. I'm not sure of those names. I do know I saw the cottage rose, and I definitely saw hues of happiness. That is actually going to be one of my classes, and that is this one right here, Hues of Happiness. And it's on page 108 and 109, which is very nice that we can look at the catalog now, isn't it? You know, it's funny about roses. They're beautiful to color, but I have none in my yard, and I don't want any. I find them to be like, you know, a fussy person at a party. They're always wanting something. So anyway, this is the beautiful Hues of Happiness. You can see stamp set and bundle, or stamp set and dies, and it has a really great die that, oh Lord, let me get it again, off of the House of Cards. Nope, I don't have it. Anyway, it has a really cool stamp set that has some negative parts in it. Let's see if they've used it in here. Oh, well, I know I saw a card with it. It's probably in the back, but suffice it to say, it has a really distinct die cut right here that gives you like a lattice feel and is very fun. And then it also has the very cool die that, again, we all zoned in on, and it makes it look like spiral bound paper. I mean, oh, to have that die is like heaven. I probably will never give it up. You'll have to pry that from my cold dead hands. Okay, and then we just looked at Abigail Rose, right? Big images. So these are large, and they all have coordinating dies, all of these images in here. They have great, straight, more linear, thin sentiments with long tails on the cursive writing. Beautiful colors. Abigail Rose was much more muted, right? And much more like petal pink, and I think that was gray granite. And then you mentioned I think it's called Cottage Rose or something like that. Let's take a look at that one. Hello, there it is on page 57. And if anybody else has questions, shout them out. We will take a look. I love that you posted that, because now I will know, Susan. Oh, well, also very nice, right? No. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I was like, it's Abigail Rose. The suite, you know, they do this to us sometimes. The suite is called Abigail Rose. The bundle is called the Cottage Rose Bundle. Why do they do that? I don't know. If I could give them one piece of advice, just call it the thing. Call it the one thing. But anyway, I digress. So, Susan, it is the same thing. On page 57, the Abigail Rose Suite includes the Cottage Rose Bundle. Okay, so, and I see that you just posted that a minute ago. So, I just want to remind you, though, that if you want one of everything in this suite, and it details it right here, you just use this one item number, 159052. Then if you want to order them separately, or if you want more than one of something, then you just, you know, pick and choose through all of this. Okay? Hope that helps. And while we were there, this is going to be so cute. So cute. I mean, whose grandma didn't have geraniums? At least around here. Maybe it's too hot in some areas, but we have geraniums. Germany has geraniums. Like Western Europe has geraniums, and so it reminds me of that. It reminds me of my grandma's. And so that's going to be killer. Okay, let's take a look at this whole butterfly, or yeah, what's it called? Best butterflies. I knew it was best something. I'm going to have an issue right off the get. This, I love it, but it says you're my bestie. Well, that's superlative. There's technically only one bestie, right? So I think here's what I'm going to have to do is I probably will use that sentiment more than once because I love it. It's so cute. However, just know that when I send you a card that says you're my bestie, I'm really talking to you, okay? Don't tell the others. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. Now, the first thing that I like to do is I like to prep my photopolymer stamps by giving them a scrub, right? Just like that. It's the sound they're going to make. Because, as we've talked about before, but newbies might not know this, there's kind of a film on photopolymer stamps. Oh, let's all listen. This is a beautiful sound. Oh, yes. So, there's kind of a film that resists ink on these. So, all you have to do, it's not difficult, is you just have to, while it's still on the acrylic back, is I've been using, you can use the chamois, but this has more, you know, this is really going to get into the cracks and crevices. And these are very large stamps. Look at those. I'm probably going to use the Stamparatus with these to get the best impression, at least until I get the feel. Because these, that's a lot of surface area. And then I just kind of like scrub it. Andrea says she likes the sentiments on this set, but just didn't jump out at you, convince you. Oh, I love it when you say that. I hate to sound creepy, but I love it when you ask me to convince you of something. Yeah, so this is looking pretty good. You want it to, I don't know how to explain it. You just need to do this, okay? Just do it. You will appreciate it. And so, as you can see here, I am using the Stampin' Scrub. Let me back up and say I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And one thing that means is that I sell all of this beautiful product. I do. You can find a very handy shopping link if you just go to the stampingzoo.com. And right there, it'll say shop now. And you hit that button and away you go, right? Hot and heavy, right, Roz? Hot and heavy with the new catalog. So, and very little is not orderable right now from any of the catalogs. So it's very nice. So yeah, this is nice to have. I would say it's not really a one or the other with the Stampin' Scrub versus the chamois. It's more of like, and. Like, I use both. I enjoy both. For classes, the chamois is really quick and easy. And, but then afterward, I will use that a lot. So, let's see here. I love that our cases have a print of all of the little patterns, so you don't have to keep them on this acetate sheet. I can cut that up and use it for other things, like sending you little samples of the embellishments during our chopped competition. While I'm doing this, I will let you know, if you are competing in chopped, I'm going to put your things in the mail in the morning. Super excited. And I made 2 extra kits because I want to push myself to find 2 of you that would like to compete in chopped, and maybe you haven't ever done it, or maybe you haven't done it for a while, and then you're like, you know what was fun? Was when I did that chopped competition. So who are my 2? I'm hoping that 2 of you will tell me tonight, just private message me, that you would like a chopped kit, and I will get it in the mail to you in the morning. And you know what? If I have 3 or 4 or 5 of you that ask for a new kit, I'll make them tonight. So you can also read about chopped on at the stampingzoo.com. I hate to be a broken record, but you know, there's some good stuff there. And you can sign up there. It is only $7 US. You heard me, $7. And it's just a friendly little competition. However, if you are to win chopped, you get to choose the 3 colors of cardstock we will be using in a subsequent competition, and you will get your next month's kit for free. I mean, you know, and then we all talk about you in a really cool way. Andrea, Chopped is where I send you a little package of supplies. And to that, and you have to use, see, here they are. So cute. And it's a surprise, so I'm not going to show them to you. They're current supplies. You take these supplies and use at least a little bit of all of them. Plus, you can add anything current that you want, except no paper pumpkin. That you can add some current supplies, Stampin' Up! Supplies to it, to make something. Now, most people make cards. Lots of people make fun fold cards now, like that are out of this world. And also 3D objects. Last time there was a basket. Oh, Jill, you were killing me with that. It was so cute. So anyway, and then you make your entry, right? You take a good picture of it, which is really no harder than taking it in natural light. So if you don't have a light box or anything, it doesn't matter, okay? Just take your card outside and take a picture of it. And then submit it to me by the 24th of the month. And then we post it, right? We post it all anonymously. Jen Houston does that. So it's 3 countries, Canada, the UK, and the United States. And so anyway, Jen will post it onto a polling site that everybody has access to. And I let you know when it's like time to vote. And then everybody votes. The winner is declared. Then you could go to the site one last time and see who created what with names. That's super fun. That's kind of my favorite part, even though I already know. I'm in the know ahead of time, but I still think that's a really fun part of it. And that's it, Andrea. So I think you would enjoy it because, you know, you're kind of like just getting into all this stuff. And maybe, you know, maybe this kit will have your name on it at the end of the night. So please just let me know if you're interested. Or, again, you can just go over to thestampingsoo.com and you can sign up there. You can sign up for a single kit or you can sign up for a recurring subscription that you can cancel anytime. Yeah, I don't hassle anybody. No stampers, at least. Don't talk about me at work. You know, my day work. I'm a hassler. Just for information, not personally. Okay, let's take a look at this gorgeous paper. It's very happy. If you could see me right now, you would know I'm smiling. Like, listen, this is my smile. Okay, did you hear it? It's beautiful. By the way, I am stamping tonight on, again, new merchandise. Look at that. It's grid paper. Hello. And it's in all of the new in colors. And it's ombre. It's just like the cups, you guys. Guys, look at this. I don't know. Are we going to make cards? Yeah, we're going to get there. If somebody's coming in on replay, hello? If you are not enjoying this, which I can't imagine that you wouldn't be enjoying this, you can always just, you know, take your finger and move it across and fast forward me to the card making. Parakeet party. I want you guys to all post in the comments right now, what is your favorite new in color? And you better have them memorized, but just in case you don't. Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky. Let's see if I can get them in here. Orchid Oasis. Woo-hoo. Parakeet Party. And Sweet Sorbet. Those are your new in colors. Look at them. They play together well. They play with others well. I can't stop using them. I mean that. So actually we will leave this one out because I know this is in our butterfly paper. The beautiful thing about Stampin' Up! Is that they coordinate the product, so we don't have to think very hard to make a really cool card because all of the same colors are used in all of the products. That's the genius. There's many genius things about Stampin' Up! The other thing is that the products are excellent quality and you do not want to be without our adhesives and our envelopes. They are full stop the best. This, right offhand, is beautiful. Oh yeah, that's cute. Some little hearts. And this guy is great. And I'm wondering if you can cut this out. I'm sure you probably can. Kathy Sheely's asking me, when do the in color kits start? Kathy Sheely, they're on my kitchen counter right now. 3 months worth. And I can't tell you exactly right now. You know what? I'll have a better idea of when those kits are going to go out after this weekend. I'll be able to tell you. So you can cut out pieces of this, pieces of the butterflies. And again, if you don't know what the in color clip is, we'll talk about that later. You still have time to join. Again, because I'm small and nimble, business-wise, not body-wise, but business-wise, I'm happy to include you in the in color club. Okay, so look at these dies. They're even fun, aren't they? Have all of the same kind of dimension that the stamps do. So you can get all of these like repeating type patterns. And then they have 2 full butterflies. Look at this one. Funky. I don't even know if that would be able to fly, but it's very pretty. And down to this tiny one. So you could cut out some of these pieces, but there's not one, what do I want to say? There's not an entire butterfly die cut. It's not set up for that. But again, you could, you know, take some of the separate pieces and die cut them if you wanted. Or, shock and horror, you could use your scissors. What about that? Scissors, paper snips. Are you kidding? Fussy cut. Look, so cute. And again, it just mimics the stamp. Genius. That one's beautiful. So I am not patting myself on the back. This is not a huge deal, but I really did focus on pollinators when I was having my yard remodeled. Bringing pollinators to the yard and then feeding them once they're here. So a lot of my flowers are, well, and just leafy things are based on that. And so I'm so happy to see the butterflies. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, this is going to be great for anything, right? For any style. You don't even have to use it for the butterflies. Okay, I really want to use this paper because why wouldn't you? It's gorgeous. Now, I also have some vellum around here somewhere that's super cool, and it's cut for us. Let's see. And some of it's pre-printed, and some of it's plain. Gotta get that out of the way. So let me bring that in and show it to you. But I just want the plain stuff. Where's the plain stuff, Lisa? Yeah, Lisa, where's the plain stuff? Well, I don't know where it is, but there's lots of little patterns of vellum. And hey, guess what? We also sell vellum in 8.5 by 11 sheets. So, there you go. We've got all sorts of vellum. And why don't we start with a Parakeet Party card base, because we can. I'm still, let's see, have you guys been telling me what your favorite in color is? I don't see anything. I can't decide, and maybe you can't decide either, but Parakeet Party is my favorite on certain days, for sure. And then other days, my favorite is Orchid Oasis. But then I like Tahitian Tide. And then when I'm using Starry Sky, I really like Starry Sky. It's difficult. These are real, no, I was going to tease and say these are real world problems. They're not. Let's just get that out of the way. But you know what? These are things I think about when I want to relax. Is what's my favorite in color? And boy, don't we need to just like meditate on that instead of the world's problems sometimes. It's important to get your mind away from that. Yes. Okay, let's see here. I think I want this at 4 by 5 1/4 because it's going to hurt my heart to cut any more of that off. So I am doing a little trimming off screen, again, kind of out of necessity. I'm trying to keep it clean for you this time though. Last time I was like, I thought I was going to lose you guys because I don't know how anybody could focus. It was like a thrift store in here, only a really good thrift store. Oh my gosh, I just read in the local paper that some lady bought a 1st century bust, marble bust, at the Goodwill for $3.99. Why isn't that me, I ask you? And it looked old, you know what I'm saying? It looked like, this could possibly be something. And I'm like, why don't I ever find that? I guess, first of all, I don't go to the Goodwill very often. And second of all, it's just not my day, right? It's just not my day to find a masterpiece. But I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, sweet sorbet. You know what? It's not my favorite. I like it, but I don't love it. See, that's all I can do is I can take one out of the list. No, I like it. It's very nice. I like that it's a soft. First of all, it's named after a food, so one of my favorites. But it's not my favorite. I like reds, but yeah, I'm very much about purple. And oh, see, Susan loves sweet sorbet. That's why I don't love it. So Susan can have it, right? Susan, you got it. Can I show you one more thing? It's a little erratic tonight, isn't it? But you know, if you've watched me before, this is me. And if you haven't, please stay. We like you. We like new people. Well, hello, Maxine Ownby from Michigan. Very nice to see you. These are called Peekaboo treat bags. You guys, they don't look like this size in the catalog. They look bigger for some reason. But I love this little size. And guess what? We're using them in my retreat. So you get 5 white and 5 craft, and of course you can stamp on them, and they are so teensy. Look at them. Oh, they're so cute, and they have this clear cellophane so you can see if you put candy in there. And then they are food safe, so they have like a plastic lining, and they do a Ziploc situation there, right? But you can also like tear off the top. Oh my gosh, I'm tempted to show you what I made with these today, but I'm not going to. I cannot, because part of the fun, they're gusseted down there. So part of the fun of coming to an event is having a little bit of, you know, delight in just seeing things for the first time. So attendees have to be the first to see it. But you guys can do anything with that. And I like it because it's a fair amount for candy. Of course, I'm thinking of candy. It's a fair amount that you don't have to break the bank to fill several of these. So please look at our packaging. It's really, even if you aren't a card maker, which I can't imagine, please look at our packaging because it's killer. It's so good. All right, so the background of this is white, so I'm just going to go with white. We are not going to get all sideways on this tonight. I'm just going to be really straightforward, at least for right now. Can't promise anything as we go on, right? And this is holding up my Stamparatus. If you guys don't know what the Stamparatus is, first of all, guess what? It's in the catalog. But it's a precision placement tool. So it does a lot of cool things. But one thing it does is you can stamp in the exact same place repeated times, so that if you don't get full coverage the first time, not to worry. You can simply restamp it, and then all is well. Now, where's my other magnet? If you are super cool, you store the magnets on the back of the Stamparatus because that's where they're supposed to be. And if you're like me, Lord only knows where they ended up. I think we're fine. We're fine. I'll just be careful. And so I'm going to try and put it on the lines of the grid. I don't like to run it right up next to the spine because it's harder to press and get a good image. It has something to do with the physics of it. Fulcrum, I don't remember. I wasn't in physics very long. That's when I was kind of like, engineering? Who thought that was a good idea? And then I got out. But I was in there long enough to remember something about that. Wow. Don't be too impressed. Don't be intimidated by my intelligence. Oh, God. Okay, we're just going to do like several of these in the parakeet, okay? So we can check it out. See what we like. So I'm putting these stamps upside down, just like you would, just the same position they would be in if you were going to stamp them, okay? These look like sunglasses, don't they? Yep, I'm going to give you that as a freebie, so go make a card with that. Sunglasses for something. I don't know what. It's going to be really cute. Okay, let's see if all these will pick up. And they will be a little sticky the first couple times. But again, that's part of that finish that you're taking off of there. All right, and so you can see over on the left-hand side, I am taking the ink pad to the stamps, giving them a good saturation, and then let's take a look at this. I guess I didn't need to make every pattern, but it's so fun, isn't it? And then, oh my gosh, I love them already. I love them already. This one, I think it was the only one that looked kind of partial. The other thing about this is, again, it's a large surface area, and so it can kind of look a little mottled and spotty, you know, uneven a little bit. But as it dries, this does need a few, I'd give it like 30 seconds or so before I started messing around with it or trying to die cut it. Just give it a few seconds to kind of mellow out. It will dry and it will have a more even appearance. The dogs are looking for me, but honest to goodness, I am like locked in here. My trolley is kind of a barricade. It's hilarious. I think they're like, Mom, what's going on here? Don't moms do that when they don't want to chat with their kids? They're like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll see you in about an hour. Or was that just my mother? Sorry, I'm telling a story on my mother. And I mean, it's not like a bathroom story because she would take all her magazines in there. Like, get real. So funny. And you know what? If I was a mom, I would have needed my own private time to do. Oh, dear Lord. Where is the chamois? Where are you, chamois? Where's the chamois, Tango? Where is it? Oh, it's like a crazy jungle in here, isn't it? Silly. So silly. How's the cash? Okay, we're going to do something else. In a pinch, we can use this Stampin' Spritz and my glasses cleaner, which is now going to be not my glasses cleaner. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one's wrong. This one's wrong. Because I put the stamp on there backwards. But in case you want a solid image, this stamp is essentially reversible. That's funny. Okay, so see this one? It should actually be turned around like that. Because remember I told you it looked like sunglasses? Yes, it has those little rays in it. So that's kind of funny. All right, let's do Calypso Coral because I love it. And then we'll do Crushed Curry. We'll use those 3 colors. And then after all that, I'm sure I'm going to like cut 2 butterflies. But I'll have extra pieces for later on. This is one thing that the Stamparatus is so good at, is making multiples or being able to stamp lots of images at once. Oh, nice. This one just comes out a little weird. Maybe it needs an extra scrub. Maybe but it's still fine. I don't have to use that one, that colored one. But I think it needs a little extra scrub. It's that side, Lisa. Looking at a mirror image here. And then finally, let's get some Calypso. No, crushed curry. I do that. It's a thing I do. And put that guy right here. It doesn't need to be so perfect. Waiting for live signal. Wait, what? That's no good. I think my phone's going dead. Sorry. Let me plug that in. There we go. Okay. So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by battery power, or lack thereof, let's do some crushed curry. Okay. And so then what's holding, it's always nice to have a stamp set underneath this plate. It's, again, it's a physics thing, but it's easier to ink it when it has some support like that. And so, oh, I must be wrong on that. Anyway. So you can see that I have under there a super cute stamp set. And I'm actually going to do a picture of my family with it. Wait until you see it. My immediate family. So, great. Now that one doesn't look exactly right, and I didn't have it sitting in a good spot. Do it again. Turn it over and do it again. What are you doing? Get your stuff together here. I'd like to say I'm new, but I think we know I'm not. And yes, I have used the Stamparatus before. I've used it so much I have 2 of them. What? I have 2 of them so that when you come stamping with me, you can have your own Stamparatus. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I know, Susan. Sorry, I think I was losing some battery power. So I am using Crystal. Hello, by the way. Very nice to see you. And I am using something called Stampin Mist. It probably doesn't look like this anymore because it lasts a really long time. Oh gosh, and I'm getting it on my project. See, this leaks. But it's in the catalog again, and it's called Stampin Mist. Okay, that's just going to have to be how it is. And let's put this off to the side for a minute. Let's see what we've got going on. I think we have plenty to choose from. And I'll just make a little stack over there, no problem. I'll just put this right there. God. You know how sometimes hoarders get buried in their own hoard? Well, you read about me in the paper tomorrow. It's probably going to be what happened. I always thought I'd die some other way. Apparently not. Hoarder. They'll be like, I had no idea she was a hoarder. No, she wasn't a hoarder. Not at all. She just loved her crafting too much. Oh, I was just going to say, is Carla on here? Because Carla, your sister's on here. Your sister is reporting for duty. Isn't that fun? I love that so much. Okay, let's talk about something super cool, and that is the magnetic plate. It's no joke. Remember how last time it was nice, but then after about a month it kind of curled up on the edges? I dare you to see if that happens. You will have to run over it with the car. This thing is awesome. And then we do have one coming for the mini. I think at the end of this month is their estimate, right? You don't really know for sure until things just arrive. And so anyway, let me talk about this for just a minute, because it comes with instructions of how to make the sandwich. And I haven't called Stampin' Up yet about it, but I think the picture is wrong. What you need is your number 1 plate. This is why you hang out here, right? I seem silly, but I do know some things. I stamp and I know things. And this is what I know. Use your number 1 plate, no shim, okay? The picture says to use the number 2 shim. That does not work unless I have a totally different machine. Put that on there directly. They call this number 5, okay? So number 1, number 5, and then your item of choice. So we are going to put this right down here, and then it's so fantastic. You simply put it down there and then die cut it out. Now if I can just figure out which is the die cut, we'll be doing good. This thing. And then it stays in place. Look at that. And the whole thing is a magnet, so it's not jumping around. And then finally you need to bring a number 3 plate in. Okay, and that's it. Smooth as butter. So please, the worst thing that's going to happen if you follow my instructions and don't use the shim plate is that it won't have enough pressure and it won't cut. But if you go ahead and use your shim plate and force it, you will break something. Maybe your hand, probably your machine. So please don't do that. Please don't do that, lovely stampers. I don't want you to mess up your machine. Okay, now I'm really liking this. Now I want to put a topper on it. And I think the topper I want to use are the sunglasses. See, the sunglasses upside down are actually the top of a butterfly. I was just kind of teasing you. Okay, and see now, okay, look, when we inked this up, it was a little spotty in places, wasn't it? And now it's just all smooth, all smoothed out. Oh my gosh, you guys, there are so many combinations. Again, it's a statistics thing that I don't really want to go back to. But look at how many combinations there are of these butterflies because they've broken up the top and the bottom set of wings. Yay. Oh, Leslie. Leslie says, in Australia, the magnetic plate is delayed, but it does give you a chance to see other people using it. That's right. Like, I didn't know that the instructions were wrong until I gave it a try. Is this, I think I used 2 toppers. I need a bottom. Okay, let's see. Let's use this one because it's cute. I had a fat little butterfly there. Shocker. The other day when I went to get an infusion, which is often, she said, oh, your veins are nice and plump. And I said, story of my life. Yep. Story of my life. Plump. God. But you know what? In vein world, plump is a good thing. So I guess that was fine. Yes, Roz, I'm so glad it's back. Carla, that's so nice. You love watching me. You know what? I can only hope you have a fraction of the amount of fun that I do because I look forward to seeing all of you every week. Seriously, it's so fun. Okay, is this right? These things are goofy looking, aren't they? Now let's try, well, no, I think that's it. I think that's right. They just look odd. I better look at the catalog. What if I make a wrong butterfly? No, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's great. Now let's do this one. Looks fun. Big polka dots. So that's going to be the bottom part, I'm assuming. Now, look, this is how the dies come. It's totally fine, but man, I am missing my magnetic plate right now. I'm wanting my magnetic plate. For some reason, as I'm looking at these dies, I don't know. All I know is I bet you're going to be able to use them for other shapes. Like I kind of did. Okay, look, Roz just said you could use them for bikini tops. Right? Look at that. And we have that bikini stamp set or swimming suit, bathing suit stamp set. And then look at this. Now that looks pretty realistic in this household. That's funny. Okay, I think I want that little guy. I want like at least one piece of the little guy. But I am going to do some of these textured pieces also. Let me grab some scraps. I need some scraps. Oh, it's raining. There we go. Perfect. Because I have in the back of my pickup, Don't come over here and steal them now. You get in trouble. I have a bunch of annuals that need to be watered. And I've been putting them in the garage at night because the weather's a little wacky. But they needed rain. I mean, they needed to be watered. And so this is like the lazy way for me to water them. It's to simply just pull the pickup out of the garage and let them be watered overnight. So simple. Tango, are you waiting for Mom? Tango's waiting for Mom because it's 8:07 already. You know what? Time flies. Time flies when I'm having fun with my stampers. That's why I decided to have a 2-day event. No, not really. 2-day event because you're going to be able to like have some time to make some really cool things. Now I'm going to run these two at the same time. So one is a cutty outie and one is an embossing piece. And it's very easy to place these this time, right? Because it's grabbing onto the magnet plate. So before I would have definitely had to use washi with that or a Post-it. And wow, it's smooth. So smooth. Very smooth. It does stick a little bit to the plate. That is because this is a, what do they call that? Self-healing mat. So it's going to let, you know, it's kind of sad when you make the first cut into it. You can tell I was cutting out a bunch of teacups, right? But you get over it. And then the magnetic plate is $28 US, and it will have to be replaced at some point in time. Look at this. It's so cute. I'm trying to mimic. It's flying. It's trying to fly. So let's do like the top. There must be a tiny top. What is it? It might, or maybe that's the top. And then this. Now, yes, I could look this up, but I like torturing myself. We're not going to make 5 cards tonight, that's for sure. But that's okay. Sometimes it's not about the quality. It's about the quality of the time that we spend, right? And also, I've been visiting with you, and I am enjoying it so much. No, they're all just kind of flippity-floppity. They're all different shapes and sizes. I need to, like, get over my hang-up. Get over your hang-up, Lisa. These are supposed to be, like, crazy-looking butterflies. What in the world was that? Sorry. I thought I heard the dogs. The tatas. Yep, you know it. Right here in Stampin'. Who knew? Stampin' has a stamp and a die cut for everything, don't they? I mean, seriously. Hey, while I have the paper over here, the colored paper, let's do this butterfly too. Because it's super cool. I mean, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm squirreling out tonight. I'm like, squirrel? Let me look at this though. This is what I do a lot of times when I get a brand new set. Do they go together vertically? Oh, I don't know. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh. Look at that, first of all. That's really pretty. Look, it's so cute. And then you can kind of give the wings a little zhuzh if you want and put some dimensionals, mini dimensionals right here. Oh, that is gorgeous. I gotta get this off there though. Preferably over the trash. There we go. Get a stamp. Okay, let's see. So I have that one little bit. Now, and it's crushed curry. Why don't I guess I'll just do this one too. Cut that one out. So we'll have a little butterfly and a big one. Aren't you glad I stamped all these? Yes, and sunglasses. Sunglasses and tatas. It's a theme. It's a summer theme. Like a Florida stamp set. Roz. Okay, let's look at them sideways. Look at that, Lori. It's totally great. Or then you can put them this way. Lori's taught us something tonight, you guys. Try them vertically. That's really fun. Totally. Because if this is a butterfly shape, then vertically is definitely a butterfly shape. It actually looked really, like it totally made sense. Uh-oh. I just dropped the sunglasses. And then, like, these are the little flowers. But look at them. They're just kind of like misshapen hearts. And, oh, man. So clever. I'm always so curious about the artisans that design the certain collections because they do that. I think they split up the collection. Maybe they don't always do that, but they do split up the collection. And so I'm always curious about, like, well, who did this? And what was their inspiration? What were they thinking about when they did this? Okay. You could definitely have that be. This one's fun. But I need, like, now I need one that is, I have a green, and I'm looking off to the side here. I have the green and the curry. I have the green and the calypso. Now I think I need the calypso and the curry. And it needs to be big, so we might use the bathing suit. Yes. With something on the bottom. I don't know what the bikini bottoms are going to look like, but I think they're going to look like this. Now I'm starting to get the hang of this whole situation. Don't need that die cut, Tango. Don't do it. Are you being a good boy? You are. You're such a good guy. What are you in here for? Huh? Are you looking for something to eat? Oh, man. You're going to have to wait for Mom. Mom's having fun with the lady friends today. Yeah, I am. I got to get some Calypso coral. Hold on, ladies. I'm coming. I have no scraps, which normally is really weird, but of course I've been designing. So now when I need the scraps, where are they? I have to make scraps? That's unheard of. Unheard of. Okay, so let's take the bottom part. Oh, you guys, this is fun. If you like die cutting, this is going to be your jam right here. The best butterflies. They're fun. I love it when you can combine straight die cut pieces with stamped. It's super. What? Andrea, is it your birthday today? Oh my gosh. Oh, your birthday's less than 2 hours. You do. You get the birthday discount of $7, Andrea. But you know what might happen is I might put a birthday card in there for you. What? Yep, I might. That's very cool. I'm so glad you, oh, look at that. I'm so glad you told us. Wow, that's cool. Oh my gosh, that one is Stanza. Out of control, beautiful. One time, oh no, I was going to tell you a story about Tango looking at a butterfly. That's not true. It was actually a hummingbird that looked at, came down, and you know they're very curious like this. So it came down and looked him right in the face. And I'm surprised he didn't like get all crazy because he is very reactive to stuff. But he didn't. He just was like, well, hi. What are you doing? It was so cute. And I have a picture of it, but I don't know where it is. It was at the time when I was being super organized and I was keeping them on fobs. Oh, brother. Right? Now I just keep it on my phone. That's my photo album now. Look how that one turned out. Oh, super cute. This one, crazy. But I still like it. I think it's 2 bottoms. Oh, hold it. Maybe I'll like it better if it's like this. Nope, that's definitely not right. I think I like it. And then this little guy, we might not use all 3. We might use 2 with a sentiment, okay? And that will be like our composition of 3. Wow, that sounds so bouncy. I am going to put this piece of vellum over it to kind of provide a little bit of a blur. Otherwise, it's very hard to see everything because the DSP is so strong, it takes it away. But if we put a little bit of our vellum on top of it, then the die cut elements pop out and you can still see the pattern back behind it. It just blurs it and softens it a little bit. So just one of the many uses of our super cool vellum. I don't want to get this grid paper dirty, but I'm going to. I'm going to do it for the team. Let's see. Let me think about this. I think I just want a little sentiment on the front, and I am going to use that "You're my bestie," because you know I'm going to send a secret card to my bestie, right? Just know that when you get it, you're the real one. Don't tell the others. This is awesome. I mean, what? You have to send this to everybody you know. It's so cute. Okay, what color now? I want to use like the least dominant color, but there really isn't one. We're kind of just all evening it out. I don't want to bring the freesia into this. I just want to leave it in the background. So, I think I want to use the green's pretty light, and the Calypso is already pretty strong, so we're going to use the middle. We're going to use the curry. Right? Wow. Such a scientific choice. And I am just going to stamp it on white because everything else is color, color, color. And I don't know what I'm going to cut it out with, guys. Maybe we want it to be in a little die cut. Let's see the size of it first. Let's check it out. Oh, then I get to use that magnetic cutting plate again. Really, it's very smooth. It's very, very smooth. I'm like surprised. Oh, and you know what? This is a new curry stamp pad. My other one was acting up. And yeah, I'd re-inked it, but it's like sometimes the pad itself almost hardens after a long time, after years, right? And so I was like, we don't have time to mess with this. There we go. So this is probably still kind of slightly crazy from shipping. Let me see if I can get a more even coverage here. Oh, there we go. So all I did to change that is, you saw me, I just stamped several times in different areas on the stamp pad. And that helps too. That's not where that goes. That's not a subtle. Just put it on your desk. Oh my gosh, now I really am in love with that. We're going to have several punches. We're going to have the lovely linen punch. I wish I had that here right now. We would use it. But that would go with that really well. This is probably going to be too small. Yep, that's from Natural Prints. And it's probably a little busy, if I'm being honest. Why don't we use one of the shapes? One of our stylish shapes. And they are, you guys, you have to get these. It's not an option. Just get them. You will thank me. They really take the place of our stitched shapes, but they're kind of like, you know, a nice fresh take on them. So just beautiful. Lots of different graduated sizes of things. Banner cuts. I don't think this banner is big enough. It's not. That's okay. This is a big sentiment, right? And so I kind of, ooh, that might be cute. And then we put the butterflies on 2 or 3 corners around it, right? I think so. Okay. That one looks good. It's large. It's going to take up some of our DSP, which I'm not in love with. But we could also, you know what? We are going to, I'm going to show you this little trick. Lots of you know it, but again, if there's going to be like one person who doesn't remember this trick, or one person who doesn't know this trick, and they're really going to want to see it. So we are going to shrink this die cut down to a rectangle to better fit our sentiment. So did you know that die cuts are somewhat flexible like that? They are. This one will be hopefully pretty easy. So I am going to put it like this so that the top looks like I want it to. I'm not worried about the bottom right now. Okay, it's going to be a two-step process. So I know this is a weird camera angle, but just bear with me. So we will run this through. Okay, you bring it back to yourself if you want, that's fine. And then you have this really goofy looking shape. But then what you do, and you could use it that way, frankly, but it's not stitched at the bottom. And we want it to be stitched at the bottom. So we put this back on about where we want it. This is really easy to do this with because the die is like locking into those little pin points. Okay, and then just put this back on here. Did you see how it looks? So this part's off the paper. It's done its job. Now we are really only cutting here, and it's already been cut on the sides. And so I put the die back in the place it was sitting. All right. And then once you do that, you have a rectangle. What? Get out. Now, not so easy to do with the circle, okay? So don't even bother trying. But now you have a rectangle. I like that size a lot better. Yeah, voila. Actually, quite amazing, right? So fun what we can do with all this stuff. Oh, I love this stuff so much. Love it. I love the friends I make. They're the best. I love all the colors. They make me so happy. This is definitely one of my happy spots. God. And then I just glanced back behind me when I was doing that. And yeah, right. It better be one of my happy spots because it's crazy, girl. Now, I think these have so much shape and size and dimension and stuff. I am not going to vary the angle of my papers. I'm just going to leave them. And I don't want to put any ribbon on it at this time. I might want to, but I don't want to like wrap it around the layers or anything. I can tell that's not my jam right now. There's enough going on with the paper, and I don't want to take away from those butterflies. Oh, look at that. It is so cute. And I love it on the parakeet party. Wowza. So gorgeous. Hey, thanks. It is a top tip. Oh my goodness. Right, Andrea? That was a little birthday present for you. Little tip about how to change your dies. So you can do that with the stitched rectangles if you want to make a square or you don't have quite the right size. Yep, it happens. Now, I am going to put seal underneath the vellum, but not until I kind of have my layout decided, because you can see seal through the vellum. And yes, I know I can use other stuff, but I'm kind of lazy, and so I don't want to get the glue and the sponge out and all that business. I know, again, like, I make it sound like that's so difficult. That's just me. What I like to do is just hide my adhesives. So once I kind of know where this is going to be, then I'll know where I can put seal or glue dots, whatever. Now I want the sentiment and the butterflies to be touching. At least a couple of them. So I'm going to try and make a trail here. And probably this one is going to go down here. Okay. And then, so it'll be down there, maybe. I really like this one. This is kind of wide. Like, I'm not sure I can get all these butterflies on a little card. It might have to be a 5x7 card. Just kidding. We're going to make it work. I do want all 3 of them. At first I thought I only wanted 2, but I don't know. Maybe. Let's take those out for a minute. They seem to be really taken over. You know, one other thing that I didn't cut out that we can cut out is a body. I think I should cut out a body. Let's see if that cinches the deal, okay? Maybe that'll make him look definitely like a butterfly. Okay, I'm going to do a crushed curry body, and I'm going to do a calypso body. That's easy. Oh, no, we don't have a body for the little tiny guy. That's okay. Let's do this one crushed curry body. Now, Roz, look, if I would have just looked up, right? Don't forget to die cut the body, she said. Oh my God. Roz, are we like 2 peas in a pod or what? Hello, Maxine. I haven't seen you for a while. And she's just chatting with Andrea because apparently they're probably in the same state. Very nice. Look at that, Roz. It's like, you know, it's like you were channeling it to me. Now, if Kathy String were here, she would have put it in all caps and put an exclamation on the end. And for some reason, I would have seen that. You just got to yell at me a little bit. Not really, just kidding. That is why I was thinking they were wonky. But that's also why Roz and I just kind of, we work on the same plane, don't we, Roz? Yes, we do. Sure, I don't have grandkids or live in Florida or a lot of other things, but we have a lot of the same things going on. That looks like an antibody. It does. I'm sure you didn't want to know that. That looks like some medicine that supposedly I take. Magnified like a bazillion times. Yes. Hello, there's the butterfly. Oh, she's here? Oh, okay. Kathy String, have you been hiding? Kathy String is getting stronger by the day, isn't she? Look at that. You know what? I think Roz was right. Roz, you were right. You channeled it to me. Thank God. Oh, I'm so glad somebody's here to help me out. These dogs, with their color blindness and everything, they're no help. They're no help at all. This is going to just have to be a little one, because I don't think we have a little body. Nope, we don't. I think, I mean, if you were just stamping it on a single layer and not die cutting it out, you could stamp it, because there is stamp somewhere. Lord help me. No, I guess not. I guess you're just out of luck. You just have to draw it. But it doesn't need it so much. But the big one needs it. Oh my gosh. It instantly turned into like my favorite butterfly of all time. I told you it was my initial, you know, this is the maiden voyage of this thing. So, oh, brother, I'm in love with it now. It's so adorable. Let's see. Why don't we put it like that, kind of. And then this guy, now part of this guy is going to be up on dimensionals. And part of him is going to be glued to the sentiment. So, oh, I like that. I think I'm ready to commit to that part. So what I'm going to do here is build this. I shouldn't be building it on the vellum, but I'm going to be careful. Famous last words. And then once I'm done, we can put, well, we might not use our seal, but we'll use glue dots and stuff like that to make this whole beautiful situation. Oh, that's so cute. It's just, what can I say? The Cathys are in the house. Oh, thank goodness. I feel better now knowing where my Cathys are. You know, we had one in Hawaii, for God's sake, running around, having the time of her life. And Kathy Sheely, she was reporting for duty like a good student. And then, you know, had Kathy Strang, I was worried about. She needs extra rest. So I think we're all getting back in order. That, well, I don't want to cover up my Y, but I kind of did a little bit. That happens. Why don't I take this off? Put that down. Take this off. It was just barely on there. And move it out. Okay. Hey, this could be little boomerangs, huh, Leslie? Right? Little boomerangs. That would be cute. Like, it's an Australian set. Okay. It'd be kind of tiny. You'll have to die cut a lot of them, but that's okay. You have the magnetic, well, you'll have the magnetic cutting plate soon to help you out. Get off. Okay. You have to talk to it like that sometimes. Get off there. Okay, that's, oh, wow, so fun. You guys, this is only one card, but it's cute. And now that I've started with it, it always takes a while to, you know, get started. And then before you know it, I am cranking them out. Hot and heavy, huh, Roz? Okay, I'll stop with the hot and the heavy. That is, well, I mean, it's been a saying, right, for a long time. But there's a Seinfeld that's hilarious. It has hot and heavy in it. Elaine is dating a saxophone player, right? And she mentions to Jerry hot and heavy with the saxophone player. And then he goes and writes a song about it, which makes Elaine know that Jerry told him, right? Oh, it's too funny. So, yeah, he says, here's a little something I like to call hot and heavy. Boy, she's loving that. Ah, hey, Andrea. Hey, I'm so glad I could help out on your birthday eve. Hope you like this set. It's so cute. How can you not, I mean, like it now? And when you see it, now you're going to think about this super fun night that we've all had. Just hanging out and looking at this cool stuff and talking about random things, right? Just having a good time. I want to make sure this is where I want it. Now I wanted a third, but there. I guess I just want it to be touching the sentiment. Or, yeah, touching the white rectangle, right? The rectangle we made. Okay, now I think if I don't press too hard, there we go, I can put this on the back. So you don't want to always do this. This isn't like the smartest thing, the smartest way to put adhesive on your vellum, because if you have die cuts on the front of it already, you can kind of crush the little elements, but this seems to roll really smoothly. So then, ta-da! You have no idea where the adhesive is. It's like magic. Oh man, you're so cute. I love it. Now, if I would have been thinking about it, I would have probably used these for a little bit of texture on there or splattered it. But we also have those super cute, oh my god, those fun resin flowers somewhere. I don't even know if they're in this time zone, to be quite honest. They started out on my desk, didn't they? Tango Puppy, where are those little embellishments? Did you see them? Did you see what Mom did with them? Lord Elvis. They're probably like 5 layers down. You know, when I was, again, I've been working with a lot of stamp sets, and I keep telling myself, like, be careful, because this is how things get thrown away, right? So far, thank goodness, I haven't thrown anything away that I know of. I mean, I count my dies religiously every time I'm putting them away, so. Okay, oh, so cute. I think I'm just going to leave it, but had I been thinking about it, or had I not been, you know, jawing with you all night long, it's 8:36, I would have speckled this with a little bit of ink, but that's okay because we have these. Oh, and they are to die for. Oh my gosh. I'm in love with them. Love. Look at that. It's so cute. I'm not even going to use ribbon. It's just adorable. That is just like the tip of the iceberg with this cute little card. I mean, this cute little bundle. Well, it's a cute card. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. It's cute. Look at this. The Best Butterflies bundle. And again, it's in the new catalog, right? And you are telling me right now, somebody is out there saying, but I don't have a new catalog. Oh no. Well, if you live in the United States, all you have to do is private message me and tell me you would like a catalog and give me your address. And I would love to send you one because you have to have the catalog. It's as much of an idea book as it is the way we order, but it is the way we order, right? And so there, right there, is you can see everything that they've used with Butterfly Kisses, as well as you get lots of great ideas. And, oh gosh, there's some die cuts. And then let me go to the back. Just one other place that's really cool is back here in the bundle, there's an index for different things, right? And one of the indexes is bundles. Bundle Bliss starts on page 160. And this is another cool place because right here is the bundle that we are working with. And they show you another idea. And I don't know if it's always the same, but they'll vary the colors or, you know, they show you another idea. So look at this one. It's beautiful. I want to make sure the glare isn't on that. They've taken and put all sorts of colors back behind it, stamped on it in Versamark, I believe, with the little triangles, and then just made everything else in white. That sentiment is in white, heat embossed, okay? If you try to do that with white pigment ink, it doesn't show up all bright like that. Pigment ink is fine for certain things, but that's not this. That is actually been heat embossed with white embossing powder. Okay, that's how you get that sharp sentiment like that. So we will do lots of heat embossing, I'm sure. You know I love it. And then here, of course, are all of the little images of the dies. So that's a great bundle for $47.50. You will have hundreds of dollars of fun with this. I mean, look at how much fun we already had. Thank you so much, everyone. Please think about joining Chopped, joining Andrea in joining Chopped. I would love to send you a kit tomorrow morning. And I would love to have you in the classes. Please just jet on over to thestampingzoo.com and, take a look at what I've got going on over there. And then, of course, you can just private message me right here. And if you're lucky, like Andrea, I'll call you in the middle of the night. All right, everybody. I want you to have a great week. Oh, great weekend. Oh, my gosh, the weekend's coming. Have a great weekend. Jean, you are so welcome. Thank you for joining. And everybody, I'll see you soon, okay?